Hi there and welcome back to Everyday Objects at Not So Everyday Speeds, the series in which we take the kind of object you might have sitting around at home, put it in a hypersonic wind tunnel here, and see just how well it can fly at hypersonic conditions. My name is Stuart Laurence. I'm a professor of aerospace engineering at the University of Maryland, and I run the high-speed aerodynamics and propulsion lab here. Now, a common stereotype of scientists and engineers is that we don't have much of a sense of humor. And I personally think this is a little bit unfair. Here at Everyday Objects at Not So Everyday Speeds, for example, we have a finely honed appreciation for Chuck Norris jokes. If you're not familiar with these, I have a few examples here. Death once had a near Chuck Norris experience. When Chuck Norris does a push-up, he's actually pushing the Earth down. When Chuck Norris goes into water, he doesn't get wet. The water gets Chuck Norris. Anyway, you get the picture. So, this got us thinking a little bit. What would happen if Chuck Norris were to encounter a hypersonic flow? And so in this episode, we have this Chuck Norris action figure, so the Karate Commando Chuck Norris figure from 1980s. And for me, might I add, this is the true high point of 1980s action figures. Just look at that crazy karate action there. Anyway, so we're going to put this guy, we're going to put Mr. Norris in a hypersonic wind tunnel here and see what happens.
Okay, here he is hanging in the wind tunnel, and looking pretty heroic, I must say. The flow seems to be taking a little longer to arrive than usual. Could it be that it's actually afraid of Chuck Norris? Ah, here it is. Alright, wait, this is unusual. Chuck Norris doesn't seem to be moving at all. Okay, let's stop it here, rewind, and play it back a little more slowly just to be sure what's really going on. And here we go again. Let's watch closely this time. Wow, it's actually true. Chuck Norris is just sitting there pushing the hypersonic flow in the wind tunnel out of his way. This is incredible. I think at this point the only thing to do is sit back and admire the wonder of nature that is Chuck Norris.
Wow, that was pretty amazing. Okay, perhaps not quite as amazing as that two times that Chuck Norris counted to infinity, but pretty close. Now, I don't know about you, but I think to commemorate this remarkable feat of Chuck Norris, we need to do something a little bit special, and I'm going to propose the following. So traditionally in aerodynamics, we would specify a flow according to its Mach number. So if you have a flow that has a Mach number of less than 1, we would call that subsonic. If the Mach number is greater than 1, we would call it supersonic. And around Mach 1, sometimes we refer to that as transonic. And then from Mach 5 all the way up to infinity, we would call that hypersonic. But that's an awfully large region of flow to call hypersonic. So I'm going to propose that we label a certain part of that region Chuck Norris sonic. All right, so Chuck Norris sonic when hypersonic just isn't quite fast enough. So thanks again for joining us. If you have a suggestion for an object that you like to see kicking some butt inside a hypersonic tunnel, please email us at hypersonicEverydayObjects@gmail.com, and see you next time.